Hi there, I'm John Rowland, and I'm going to talk to you just for a couple minutes about how to measure your old shaft for people that will contact us and say they got an old saw, maybe it's a no-name saw, or maybe it's a really old model that we don't have a drawing on file. I'm going to show you how to measure your shaft to be able to send us a sketch, and then we can be able to create a new shaft for you from those drawings and get it right the first time. So I'm just going to use this shaft as an example. So basically, when you're wanting to specify the shaft, if there's any specific features, like some shafts will have a hub in the middle and then a narrower place at the end. And basically for most of the saws in the US, they're all done in inches. So a lot of it you can kind of figure, you can round it when you're measuring. So I'd start with just the basic measurement. So you can see the front end of this is 2 1/8 inch long, and at this side here we've got right around just shy of 5/8 of hub, and the rest of it's thread. When we measure this, then we can say, okay, that's 1 1/4, so this is a 1 1/4 7 thread. I'll know it because it's a coarse thread. So by telling me how long this is, how long the straight section is, I know everything there is about that part of the shaft. Then I come up and I'm going to measure this diameter. It's a little bit more than 1 7/8, and then the flats here are 1.563 or 573. And they're pretty consistent. And then the overall length of that, 1.24, so it's 1.25 inches basically. And then we look at the rest of it, we measure that with a tape. Most of them, it's fine. So that is 11 3/4. Now we check the diameter. It's 1 3/8 diameter. Then the only other feature is our keyway. So for a keyway, I just need to know how far from the end. So this is 4 1/8 from the end down to just a little less than 6 1/2. Again, for a keyway, that's not critical. But the width on the keyway will be important. This is a 387. So this is probably a metric keyway actually. But that gives you the width. So if I get all those dimensions and I know what's going on the shaft, like if it's a standard, like this is a 1 3/8 inch bearing, then I can create the shaft with the proper tolerances so you get it and it just bolts right into your saw and you're up going.